YouTube, what's up? Real life vlog here, and I want to talk to you a little bit about my past and my present. Many of you who have followed me from the past know me as Republican 360. This ridiculous looking, crazy conservative Republican trying to spin off and emulate the Fox News anchors and hosts that I absolutely adored back then. And I look back on my past and who I used to be, and I just can't. I just shake my head and think, what was I thinking? What was I doing? I mean, just does not fit who I am now as a individual. I'm not proud of the fact I was a conservative Republican. I'm not proud I was so outspoken on my Christian views. And I'll tell you why about that all in a moment. I don't really like the labels. I label myself as a conservative Republican to elevate my status in life, to surround myself with like-minded individuals, and to keep my mind closed. That's what these labels do. They keep your mind imprisoned into this nice little box. And as long as your mind is focused on these things, it distracts you from the rest of the world and from the rest of the universe and the infinite knowledge that your mind is destined to learn about. Now, as a individual now, I don't label myself as with any political party whatsoever. I do vote, but I vote for people who I think will do a good job, regardless if they're with a Republican or Democratic Party ticket or even a third party ticket. If I feel that if I feel they are trustworthy and are able to do the job and do it well, then by all means, I think they should be voted in. And that's part of the problem I have with this two-party system. So many people vote based on their party alliance. Either they'll vote Republican because they're Republican, or they'll vote um, Democrat because they're Democrat, and they don't do any research on the candidates. They support their candidate because of their party ticket that they're running for, and I think that's ridiculous. It takes away learning about the candidates that we're potentially putting our faith into to run our city, our state, and our country. And I think that's a little kind of crazy. And not to mention, it closes your mind. When you label yourself as a Republican, you don't open your mind to new ideas. Or as a Democrat, it keeps you closed-minded and keeps you without learning about new ideas and accepting new ideas and giving them a shot. I think that's a little crazy. And likewise with religion. Religion in itself closes your mind even more so. Because if you don't follow Christianity, for example, I'm going to use that because I know more about that because I was a Christian. I don't label myself as a Christian anymore. I'll tell you more about that in a moment as I tell my spiritual story now. I learned a lot about religion, and I've just pretty much learned that religion, all it is cultured. So when you worship Christianity, you're in a sense worshiping the same God as uh, as the Muslims do, or as the Jews do, or as the like. You take religion in itself; it's cultured. All it is. God goes by many different names. However, if you think like that to a Christian, you're going straight to hell because you are a blasphemer. You are blasphemizing the very name of Christ because Christ is God and it's either His way or the highway. I don't think so. I really don't. Because if you think about it for 1 minute, all it is cultured. I like Buddhism. I like how the Buddha said, if something you read or hear doesn't make sense to you, don't believe it. Even if I say it, don't just take my word for it. Go out there and research it. Go out there and check it out for yourself, and then come back into me and tell me what you found. That's exactly what the Buddha told his people to do. He didn't say, follow me blindly. Don't just take my word for it. Do your research. Check it out for yourself, and then come back and tell me. And I think that's kind of how I kind of dictated my spiritual life. I don't classify as a Christian solely. I classify myself as a spiritual person, a spiritual infinite, a spiritual being of infinite potential. That's exactly what you are, essentially. I mean, if you want to know what I follow exactly, what creeds, what religions I follow exactly, I can name a few off. Off the top of my head, I can say Christianity, Buddhism, and paganism, to name three, right off the bat. And then, of course, I get more detail about it. And a lot of people would say, oh my God, do you follow paganism? Well, yes, because I mean, every religion can be traced back to paganism. So many Christians who celebrate Christmas with a Christmas tree is actually paying homage to pagan rituals and pagan symbolicism. It's insane. And yet, the most judgmental people I've ever met were those who classify themselves as Christian. I kid you not. They say, judge if you judge a Christian, they'll say, "Judge not, lest you be judged," and they'll leave it at that. But then when you tell them, for example, that right off the top of my head, because right now I've noticed that homosexuality and gay rights is a big issue lately, and has been really put in the forefront of politics right now. So I'm going to use gay marriage and gay rights as a pretty much as an example. But when you tell them that you're gay or something, oh my God, you're going to hell. You are a sinner, and you are going to go to hell for that because but didn't you just say a moment ago, judge not lest you be judged? But aren't you judging me when you do that? Well, essentially, yes, they are. And so so they take things from the Bible that they like and respect, and then they turn it in, and then they just forget the rest of it. For example, one of the most widely quoted phrases is Leviticus: "Thou shalt not lieth with man as he lieth with women." Well, first of all, I'm like, listen, that's stupid because we can talk about Leviticus. Let's talk about Leviticus a minute. Let's talk about how all Muslims want to do is kill non-believers. Let's talk about that a minute. Let's talk about why the Middle East hates the United States and blah 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 in the Western world. Well, what the hell? It's like, I think it's a little disrespectful to these people, and because we're not giving them the benefit of the doubt. Personally, I believe God is universal. God is not just a singular being who loves you or hates you because you follow a certain religion. I think I think that what really angers God is that the division between his own people. I shouldn't really say God is a he because I don't really believe God is a male or female. I believe God is universal. As I said, I don't think God is prevalent in any religion. I don't think that any religion is wrong because they preach something different than one religion or the other. I think they're all correct in their own way. Because, as I said, religion is cultured, from what I've learned. And basically, what bothers me about it is the fact that so many people think that it's either Christianity or nothing, Islam or nothing, etc. But I've worked with Muslims, and I absolutely loved working with them. They were the most kindest people I've worked with. Um, that and the Buddhists were probably the most accepting people. I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed their company. And not to say that a lot of Christians are bad. I'm just saying that they are the most judgmental that I've seen because they're the most vocal. I don't understand that. I really don't understand why they feel the need to judge others, yet they don't want to be judged themselves. I think that's crazy. Um, but basically, um, religion is cultured, and religion in itself, I think that God, I think, really respects people who bring people together. It doesn't have to be under the banner of Christianity or Islam. It doesn't have to be under the banner of Buddhism or Taoism. It's universal. I think that what God really wants for us is to live in peace, to unlock our true potential as spiritual beings, and to bring people together and respect them for their differences, respect and honor them for their differences, and don't judge them because of what they are or what they're not. Because I think that's just unfair and it's not right. God has put us here for a reason. The Creator has put us here for a reason, and the reason is to bring people together and to unlock our true potential. That's what makes sense to me, and that's what I have learned through my spiritual journey and through my journey of life. And I think that labels keep us from that true potential. Anyways, that was something to think about, something to ponder on. I hope to hear your response in the comment section below. I insist that you comment if you watched the video, if you enjoyed it. If you want to talk about this even more, we can talk about it more either through via private message or in the comment section. So criticism is always also welcome, as well as discussions of the topic. Be kind, be good, and have fun. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.